What's up, guys? One Koala Man here, bringing you episode number 71, and I'm not doing the little finger thing because it would just be, kind of ridiculous to go like 71 or something. Well, actually, I don't know. We just didn't do it this episode. But anyways, today's episode is a bit funky, but sit back for the ride and enjoy. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to hit that like button down below. Be sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel, because I welcome every single one of you to the channel with wide open arms. And also answer the question of the day and follow me on Twitter, both which will be in the description down below. I haven't really posted much on Twitter lately. The only thing I really ever post is like the video, but I mean once in a while I might do something, I don't know. But anyways, just follow me on Twitter, all that good stuff. It's just a simple click, if you have Twitter, of course. And that's about it for the intro. So, without further ado, let's get this mother underway. So first off, let's just give a good round of applause to Natsu for forgetting a promise that he made to this village a long time ago when he was a kid. Like, what, 7 years ago? I'm going to say 7 years ago. I don't know how old he was during this time period. But he made a promise to the City Without Sound. And if you remember the City Without Sound, it was in the last episode. And Natsu saw all these dragon eggs, which turns out to be Daphne's failed product. So Natsu thought it was like something that had to do with Igneo. So he went to the city, and in the city he didn't see anybody, which hence the City Without Sound. And turns out there are people there, but Daphne kind of made them invisible. Like, okay, so a little backstory, a little backstory to this. Daphne lived in this village, and she attacked her own village basically with these little dragonoid test subject things, and she wanted to see what they would do to the village. But the villagers, they all use their magic to turn invisible to hide from these dragonoids. So Daphne was like, oh, well, I'm kind of SOL. So she disposed of all the dragonoids, and to add insult to injury, she decided to put a spell on the village to keep the villagers in that invisible state, so they were no longer able to, materialize back into, the human forms. So they were all invisible. And so going back to Natsu's, visiting the city, trying to figure out what the heck to do or where to find Igneo, and he sees the shadow guy, and the shadow guy, I think, is the mayor. I don't know, he could just be some random dude, but this guy is saying you have to bring us back, to our normal selves, and to do that you must destroy the person that brought the spell upon us. And Natsu was like, okay, I promise I will do that. And again, I'm assuming 7 years later, he says, oh, I just remembered, I gotta defeat this person. And granted, he didn't know who this person was until now, because Daphne is the one that did it. So he has to basically destroy Daphne, but he kind of can't, because he's being used as a power source for this giant draconoid that Daphne just created. But in this episode, we got a few questions answered. We got a question about the City of Sound, or City Without Sound, why it's called the City Without Sound, because everybody's invisible and nobody thinks anybody lives there. We got a reason why Daphne is actually doing this, because she's absolutely, crazy. Simple as that. The only question that comes into my head whenever I think about these episodes is, why did Gray do this? Now, I'm sure we're gonna get an answer as to why Gray did it. I know he doesn't hate Fairy Tail, because he was brought back to Fairy Tail by Elfman, Wakaba, and Markow, who got absolutely bodied by their doppelgangers, basically, like in the crocodile golem form. But Gray's back, and if he was done with Fairy Tail, he probably would have attacked Fairy Tail, but he didn't. He was a little civil about it. Everybody, of course, was angry with their own rights. They have the rights to be angry, because Gray kind of turned on them. And the only person, of course, that is standing behind Gray's back is I'm just kidding, not Mira Jane. Is Juvia, of course, because Juvia is absolutely madly in love with our Gray, and so she believes that he's still part of Fairy Tail, which is good. I don't know, but the only reason why the three of them brought Gray over was solely because the master wants to talk to him. And yeah, the episode kind of ends with Gray just, you know, talking with the master. He's saying that Natsu's able to do it. He's able to beat Daphne. Doesn't give a reason why he was doing this and why he believes that Natsu could beat Daphne. But he believes it, and Makarov has given the order to the entire Fairy Tail Guild because his dragon is starting to come towards Magnolia to destroy Magnolia. And so Makarov gives the order to the entire Fairy Tail Guild, you must stop this dragon no matter what. And of course, you know, they got a member in that Dragonoid, you know, being Natsu. So they're saying, what about Natsu? What are we going to do with him? And Makarov is saying, look, Natsu is as tough as they come. He can deal with himself. And so they're like, okay, I guess you're right. I guess you're right. So this Dragonoid finally lands into the city, and Urza is, you know, talking to this Dragonoid saying, well, we've heard what Makarov wants to do. What do you want to do, Natsu? And I didn't know Natsu can hear people, and I didn't know Natsu can use the Dragonoid as like a projector, because he's talking and is coming out of the Dragonoid like a megaphone, basically. So everybody can hear him, and he's saying, look, if Makarov says you have to beat this dragon, then it's okay, leave me, I can, you know, I can help myself, basically. But destroy this dragon no matter what. And that is the end of the episode, so it kind of leaves on a little bit of a cliffhanger. Alright, so you already know I don't like to end off without a question of the day, and today's question of the day is, throughout Fairy Tail, whenever I'm watching Fairy Tail, I always think like, dang dude, this would be legit if it was like an actual video game, because, I don't know, it would just be awesome. Like if the makers of Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm made like a Fairy Tail Ultimate Wizard Storm or something, come on guys, come on, then that would just be awesome. Like, because I love Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm. I haven't played number 4 yet because, you know, I don't have an Xbox One, PS4, and my computer is complete trash, but one of these days I'll play it. But just the fighting style, just the stories are just phenomenal. It would be amazing if, like, the makers of Storm made, like, you know, Fairy Tail Ultimate Wizard Storm. That's gotta seriously be a thing. But the question of the day is, what anime, if there isn't already a video game of, what anime would you like to see a video game of? Like, it could be, I don't know, Cowboy Bebop, it could be Gundam. I don't know if these animes have video games or online games or whatever. It could be Full Metal Alchemist, Brotherhood, Seven Deadly Sins, which also is a really good anime, by the way. But sucks that it's only on Netflix. But, yeah, let me know down in the comment section below. I'd like to see what kind of anime choices you'd like to see. I mean, another interesting one, I guess, would be Dead Man Wonderland. Because, you know, I like Dead Man Wonderland, of course. But, that's just me. Leave your video game, anime, crossover, I don't know, suggestions in the comment section below. And, as always, guys, keep it cool.